How did someone sleep through an entire military exercise? Private Danny Walsh had a superpower. The guy could sleep through anything. Artillery fire, helicopters landing, drill sergeants screaming. It was like he had a built-in noise cancellation system. We were doing a massive joint training exercise. 3 days in the field, simulating a full-scale invasion. 5,000 troops, tanks, helicopters, the works. Biggest operation our base had run in years. Day 1 started at 4 a.m. with simulated mortar attacks. Pyrotechnics exploding everywhere, smoke grenades creating chaos, blank rounds firing constantly. Most realistic training I'd ever experienced. Walsh volunteered for overnight security detail. Smart move, since he'd been up for 36 hours straight preparing equipment. Figure he'd catch some sleep between patrol rounds. Set him up in a camouflaged observation post overlooking the main approach. Radio check every hour, simple job. Watch for enemy infiltration, report movements, stay alert. First radio check at 8 p.m. he responds normally. All quiet, no movement detected. Second check at 9 p.m. same thing. By 10 p.m. radio silence. We figured his radio died. Common problem during field exercises. Decided to check on him after the midnight attack simulation. Midnight comes, full assault begins. Tanks rolling, machine guns blazing, explosions everywhere. Loudest thing you've ever heard. Ground shaking like an earthquake. The enemy overran his position. Blank rounds flying, smoke everywhere. Soldiers charging past his observation post. Complete chaos for 2 hours. When dawn broke and the exercise paused, we found Walsh. Still in his sleeping bag, curled up behind the camouflage netting, snoring peacefully. Didn't just sleep through the radio checks. Slept through an entire simulated battle. Tanks had driven within 50 feet of his position. Helicopters landed practically on top of him. Explosion simulators going off like New Year's Eve. The observation post was completely destroyed. Camouflage torn apart, equipment scattered, everything covered in dirt from explosions. Walsh didn't move. Took 3 guys shaking him to wake up. His first words, "Is it time for chow yet?" We explained what happened. Showed him the destruction around his position. Told him about the radio checks he'd missed. The battle that raged over him. He just shrugged. "I was tired, man. When I sleep, I really sleep." Command was furious. Charged him with sleeping on duty, failing to maintain radio contact, abandoning his post. Serious violations that could mean court-martial. But here's where it gets interesting. The exercise evaluators were actually impressed. They'd been trying to test our perimeter security, see if they could infiltrate undetected. Walsh's position was so well camouflaged and he was so completely motionless that enemy units had walked right past him multiple times without detection. "Best concealment we've ever seen," the colonel said. "Perfect camouflage discipline. Didn't move a muscle during the entire engagement." They assumed he was following some advanced stealth protocol, playing dead to avoid detection. Tactical genius staying hidden while enemy forces passed overhead. Walsh got commended for exceptional fieldcraft and camouflage discipline under extreme conditions. Made specialist 2 months early. He never corrected their assessment, just smiled and accepted the praise. "Thank you, sir. Just doing my job." From then on, Walsh became our go-to guy for surveillance missions. Command thought he had supernatural patience and discipline. Really, he just slept through everything. We started calling him Dead Man Walsh. Not because he played dead, but because he could literally sleep like the dead through World War III. The funny part, his sleeping ability actually made him incredibly effective. While other soldiers got tired, stressed, or distracted during long observations, Walsh just napped until something important happened. His natural instincts would wake him for real threats. Actual danger, genuine radio calls, serious problems. But simulated combat, snored right through it. Best accidental soldier we ever had. Never lost a surveillance target, never missed a real emergency, never failed an actual mission, just slept through the fake stuff.